We have, is it Jesus or Jesus? I don't know how this is pronounced in Missouri. Had a question about Dawkins and scientific proof. So what's that?
You can call me whatever you want. Yeah, you can call me Jesus or Jesus. But I find it odd that you don't hold atheists to the same standard that you do theists, because you can't not prove that somebody does not have a demon in them. For one, you can't do it, can you?
Okay. So Jesus, you just said that I can't not prove that somebody doesn't have a demon in them. There's so many no's in there. Is it a double negative, a triple negative? If you're saying, can I prove that demons don't exist? No, but the burden of proof is on those who claim they do exist. It's not up to me to prove that demons don't exist or that the Loch Ness Monster doesn't exist. It's not up to me to prove that you're not a billionaire. It's not up to you to prove that you're not a rapist. It's up to whoever's making that accusation.
My point is that was a trick question that you asked him, is my point. Well,
No, sir. No, there wasn't a trick question.
It was.
Because if somebody's claiming that demons are real, then they have to provide a demonstration for that. And until they do, no one is justified in believing that demons are real, period.
What is the proof of a spiritual being is inside of a human being?
I don't know. You're the one making the claim. You tell us.
Yeah, it's not my problem. If they think they've come up, if they believe something, then they've got some justification for it and they should be able to present it. Can you prove that spirits are real?
Then I have evidence.
Can you prove that spirits are real?
I have evidence. How about that?
Can you prove that spirits are real?
He says he has evidence, so let's hear the evidence. Go ahead. What's the evidence? Lay it on us.
How does that work? Let's forget that question. Because we're not going to go on you can't prove it or disprove it.
You just said you had evidence that spirits exist. Give us the evidence.
Yeah, the evidence is I have it on videotape. Somebody got prayed for. They were mentally not coherent, hearing voices in their head. Got prayed for, threw up, very convulsing, and came back when they were done. They were healed. They weren't having the same issues that were plaguing them. Very simple.
Okay, how's that proof of spirits?
Exactly. You can't disprove it, and I cannot prove
it. No. You don't get to say exactly, sir. I said, how is that proof of spirits?
Hold yourself to the same standard that you hold other people to.
I am holding myself to the same standard. Would you please answer the question? How is the story you just told proof of spirits?
The man was psychologically,
Psychology isn't spirits.
Okay. Well, there you go again. Once again, like I said, let me ask you one more question.
Nope. Goodbye.
Evolution.
Oh.
I don't need another question full of triple negatives. I don't need somebody claiming that I'm using two different standards when they don't even understand the base standard of a burden of proof. When I ask you to demonstrate that spirits exist and you tell me a story about someone who was in psychological distress, who was prayed over, who got better, and I say, how is that proof of spirits? That is your opportunity to make an actual evidence-based argument. You can then take that story and say, here's the elements of that story that demonstrate that spirits exist. But instead of doing that, you came back with, you can't prove that spirits don't exist, which demonstrates that you haven't got a sack to shit in.
Yep.